In the planner section, which was all the way to the right, this is the section in which we assign career readiness tasks. So the state of Pennsylvania has mandated that all students by the end of grade 11 create an electronic portfolio of career readiness exploration. You might hear or have seen in the program of studies the three letters CEW. They stand for Career Education Work Standards, and it is a requirement for high school graduation. So we are partners in career readiness, meaning the science department, the social studies department, the English language arts department, school counseling department, social studies, I think I said that. We all partner to have this portfolio created for students. So we assign tasks and they sit under the planner, tasks assigned to me in a Naviance account. I do want to point out a little word of caution. So students here vary in their path through high school, right? So not all students start ninth grade taking biology. So if you're a 10th grade parent, you might see biology needs to be completed. And that's simply because we repeat the task over multiple years, but a student only needs to take it one time. So don't be upset by that. If you have any questions about a specific task, look at the teacher and make sure you ask, or you can ask the school counselor or myself. So don't hit the panic button on that. The examples that are pretty common that I see are biology and any of the sciences, chemistry as well. Everyone takes it at a different time. So the task is repeated, but may not need to be completed. So when it's completed, it'll be marked as such. And then right under this tab right here, tasks you've completed. I do want to point out that there are tasks assigned to students that have nothing to do with career readiness. For example, the senior class in about another month or so are going to be assigned a task from Mrs. Whalen. It's not part of career readiness, but it's extremely important, and that is they need to complete a senior survey before they graduate. Our high school is obligated by law to report their matriculation results to the state of Pennsylvania. So if you hear at home, a senior, or a senior complaining, I have to complete my senior survey, that's why it's actually part of what we need to do as a public high school. At the very end across this top, we're almost to the end, it's something called About Me. And that's where you can access your students' account information. You can see what surveys they've completed. If you take a look over here, you can see a list of surveys. It's all green, 100% completed. You can see what's in progress, things they're working on that they need to go back to complete. And you can gain quick access to their favorite colleges and careers. This is what the electronic portfolio actually looks like. It's a confidential report. Who gets to see this information? You, the parent, if you're a parent partner, the student, teachers, school counselors, building administrators. So in the confidential report, personal profile, that's just information like name, address, if the family supplied a telephone number, GPA at the end of the previous year. So the GPA is not of this moment in time. It's the GPA. If you have an 11th grader, it's their cumulative GPA at the end of 10th grade. And so here is their personality assessment, gives you a better view of the full report, any kind of college planning they've done, any career planning. I thought before I end this today that you might like to know what are the tasks or assessments that we use at the high school level. So here is the list of things that the typical ninth grader is assigned. And I used a legend down here so that you could see SC stands for school counseling, SCI, science. It's giving you an idea of what departments assign those. Now, remember, I said that not everyone's going to do a biology or chemistry in ninth grade. So then if you notice, it still remains here in 10th grade. It could also still remain here in 11th grade. So don't panic if it hasn't been completed. However, good question if you're a ninth grade parent and they are sitting in a biology class, they should be completing that information. So in 10th grade, you notice it becomes much more robust. We have resumes being done, a cover letter, an interview reflection. I told you one of the fun things that our department does is a personality, assessment matching a student's personality to careers. We just completed in 11th grade the career interest profiler. That's a lot of fun. We asked every student to save a college or a technical school. Why? Not because we're saying everyone's college bound, but we want our juniors to understand what colleges are looking for. So when they research that college profile I showed you, Bucknell, there's a much more layered reflection there so that they can see, 4 years of English, 4 years of math. It kind of gives them an idea. So I am going to just leave this page on here for a minute. And before you ask me any questions, I am actually going to turn off the recording. But just as a reminder, the team of people you all have here in school counseling. So you have your traditional school counselor, which is decided by the first letter of your last name. Mrs. Hess is our transition counselor this year because Mrs. Season is out on maternity leave. And then, of course, everyone, it doesn't matter what your grade is and what your last name starts with. Everyone is Mrs. Whalen. So if you just give me a minute, I want to thank you so much for being so patient through that.